Always gotta have the mint flavor.
Please name him.
Okay.
Thanks.
It's the best I could do.
That's good enough for me. Aaron, your name fits.
Just barely.
Who thought 5 letters was acceptable? Buster's name fits too.
Yeah. This is a given. We just had this for dinner.
P-I-Z-Z-A. Your favorite thing? Going to the bathroom.
The toilet. Woo! The coolest thing, toilet.
It looks like it says Yoshi's house.
Is Yoshi like a name in itself, or is it actually short for Yoshimitsu?
It's usually short for a longer name, but yeah.
Just like Ness is short for Nessie.
It's not, but...
Nelson? Isn't that Ness is short for Nelson?
No, Nestor.
No, it's just Ness.
Nestor's Quest.
It's Fester's Quest.
No, we don't need to talk about that game. So actually, my favorite episode of Angry Video Game Nerd is the Tag Your Electronics one.
Is it?
You seen that one recently?
I think I only saw it once.
So funny.
Actually,
Is his mouth open?
Who, Ness's?
No, Pokey's. Is that his teeth?
I actually don't know. I've wondered that before. I think it's just supposed to be his mouth, like... I don't know.
And is that his nose or his eyes?
I hope that tube TVs never die.
I wish they would come back, actually.
Well, there are widescreen CRT TVs, but they're like super expensive and rare.
Why would you want a widescreen CRTV?
To play widescreen games with no lag, you could hook up HDMI to them and have no lag. That would be awesome.
I bet they're heavy.
Yeah.
HDMI doesn't. I don't think a cathode ray inside of a tube television would support HDMI, would it? HDMI is digital, where RCA is analog, and a cathode ray tube needs analog.
There's a lot of games though that are widescreen that,
Like this game.
this game isn't widescreen.
It looks pretty wide to me.
It's not
Look at all that
wide.
black bar.
It's not wide. Like there's a lot of GameCube and Wii games that came out that are really good widescreen.
But Resident Evil 4 on GameCube, even though it looks widescreen, if you were to play it on a widescreen television, it just stretches it. It doesn't. It still stays 4:3. They just cut off the top and bottom and made it look box letter. So if
I know, but like Resident Evil 4 has like re-releases now.
I thought we were talking about GameCube.
We were.
What GameCube game uses widescreen?
Melee.
No, it does.
There's a widescreen hack for it.
Oh, okay, I could believe that there's a widescreen hack for it, but you can't go put a vanilla copy of Melee in the game in your GameCube and get widescreen for it.
But and then Brawl used widescreen.
It did?
Yeah, you could switch it back and forth between 4:3 and 16:9.
But the Wii, okay, well, first of all, we were talking about the GameCube, and the Wii, I know, does support widescreen because it's built into the system.
A lot of the later GameCube games support widescreen too, like Twilight Princess.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it does.
Twilight Princess on GameCube?
Yeah, it does. Widescreen.
It's because I know Twilight Princess came out also on Wii, and Wii supports widescreen. I don't think there's a single GameCube game that supports 16:9 natively.
You know what I think of every time I hear the word crustacean?
Squidward?
No, not Squidward. But you guys are super close. I've actually never heard the word crustacean until I watched SpongeBob, so I did learn something from SpongeBob.
Oh yeah.
But every time I hear the word crustacean, I think of SpongeBob calling Mr. Krabs a crustacean cheapskate.
That's funny.
I don't know what episode that was, but I think it was the one where... I'm pretty sure it was one where he was dating Mrs. Puff, Mr. Krabs was. And Mr. Krabs couldn't talk or whatever because he was nervous. You know what I'm talking about? That
Yeah.
episode? I'm pretty sure that's the episode where SpongeBob calls him a crustacean cheapskate.
This is gonna be interesting. There's stuff in this music that I've never ever heard before that I'm hearing through the speaker.
Hey, are we playing the randomized?
No.
We're playing a real, true-to-life hard copy version of EarthBound.
There are games that support widescreen with a special cord, and they are Batman Begins supports widescreen.
With a special cord, you said?
Yeah, with a special cord. Battalion Wars, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Chaos Bleeds. Yay.
So basically all movie-based?
Because Burnout and Burnout 2.
So movie and
Those
racing?
came out on GameCube? I thought those were Xbox
Of course
games.
they were Xbox exclusive as well, but no, they came out on GameCube.
Huh.
Call of Duty 2, the big red one. Never even heard of that.
Call of Duty was on GameCube?
I suppose. I
Big red one was.
Yeah. Look at that lady's face. Dang.
Dead to Rights and Die Hard Vendetta.
See, another movie game.
Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem had widescreen support? What?
Are you sure about this list?
This is off of Wikipedia, so you have to take it with a grain of salt, which means that everyone's going to believe it.
Practically. I mean, that's where I get all my information. Just kidding, I'm joking.
Freedom Fighters had widescreen. F-Zero had widescreen.
I was gonna say something, now I completely forgot.
What were you gonna say?
Music Rock.
Geist. Did anyone ever play Geist?
I don't know what that is.
I remember it. I thought it looked cool, but I never got it. It's basically a GameCube. I don't know if it's GameCube exclusive, but it was you played as a hitman. It's kind of like Killer 7. You play as a hitman, but instead of changing into 7 people, you could change into anybody because you were a spirit. You could possess people and assassinate other people as those people.
Whoa. Neat.
Ninja. I've seen that before. It looks not fun.
Is that like iRobot?
Ice Age Meltdown 2. The Incredible Hulk. Alright, I stand corrected. There's a lot of games that support widescreen. All the Maddens do.
Madden.
It's weird because like all the movie-based ones and all the sports ones tend to, but none of first-party developers support widescreen. Like none of the Mario parties. Neither does Mario Tennis.
This version of the game loads menus a lot faster.
This version? What do you mean this version?
The cartridge,
What's another version besides this version?
as opposed to emulator or SNES.
Oh, your raspberries?
Soul Calibur 2 on GameCube supports widescreen. I had no idea.
Really?
Super Mario Strikers could play this.
What in the world is that?
It's a soccer game.
It's a soccer game.
Oh.
Star Fox Adventure supported widescreen. What the heck?
That game sucks.
What are you talking about?
Star Fox
That's
Adventures?
one of my favorites.
It sucks.
Super Monkey Ball 2?
It's a good game.
Oh my goodness, I hate that game.
The Legend
goodness,
of
I hate that
Spyro.
game.
Spyro was on the GameCube?
What, Spyro?
Yeah.
Spyro's not a GameCube, it's a PlayStation game.
That's what I thought. It says The Legend
What
of
is this
Spyro, A
list?
New Beginning.
Oh, Legend of Spyro, okay.
You've heard of that?
Twilight Princess for GameCube does not support widescreen.
Ah, I was wrong.
You know what so far my favorite part of this game is?
What's that?
Is when you go into that one bar and then you come out and everything is super psychedelic, trippy,
Yes,
LSD.
Moonside. I love Moonside.
That place, that's insane. This is one of my favorite features of any RPG ever.
Yes.
Where
One
you
of the
get
best things in
where
EarthBound.
it's like, hey, you know what? We know that these things are getting annoying, and because you're powerful and leveled up enough to kill them, anyway, we're just gonna kill them for you.
Yeah.
It's
Is
amazing.
this the first game that did that?
Yeah, basically.
It is.
It's
It's
the
like
only game that did that.
No.
Persona
Besides-
3.
Besides Mother 3.
Persona
Mother
3
did
does it.
that.
Persona 3 does it, and I think Persona 3 does it because of this game.
Probably.
Jake! Oh my goodness!
How'd you do that?
He's putting his cheap bracelet on.
No.
How did you get life back?
I did it before it went to 0.
How do you do that?
You just spam through the text until it gets to your turn, and then if your turn comes before it reaches 0, then you heal yourself. That's how it works.
It's amazing.
You've played over halfway through this game, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. They never teach it to you in the game.
Yeah, they do.
When?
When one of the gophers tells it to you.
Which gopher? You better show me that gopher.
Pretty sure the one in this town does. If you're a teenager, I feel like you can really relate to that game.
What if you've been a teenager?
Well, see, you're not a teenager now, so you wouldn't really relate to it.
But I was a teenager.
Well, see, here's the thing. It caters a lot to nowadays teenagers, not 90s teenagers.
Hey, it was early 2000s when we were teens.
I still remember the 90s, like, really well.
I miss the 90s.
Which is probably why we'll never relate to Life is Strange.
That song has a really good bass line. PSI toilet, eh?
PSI toilet?
Yeah.
What does that mean? He learned PSI toilet?
Do you think they'll ever make a Mother 4?
No, they won't.
Why?
The creator of EarthBound already said he wouldn't.
Why do you say that?
Because Mother 3, he did everything he wanted to do with the series.
Ants in the pants.
Another one!
Those aren't anses or antoids.
They're antoids.
Graboids.
Graboids. Okay.
Question number 1. Do you like video games? Oh! Cheers!
Woo!
Question number 1. Do you like video games?
I do.
Why?
What?
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 I don't know, because it's fun.
Aaron, you're in 10.
Okay.
Do you like video games?
Yes.
Why?
Because I enjoy competitiveness.
That's it?
I think they're fun.
Okay. Jake, do you play video games these days?
What kind of questions are these?
Did you get this from like our church website or something? What is this?
Do you play video games these days? Why, yes, Shauna. I have been known to play a few now and again.
How much time per week do you spend playing them?
Like 10 or 15 hours.
Some people say that video games are a waste of time. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree.
Okay. Actually, a
The
soft
person
spot.
that's asking these questions obviously thinks they're a waste of time.
Right.
Yeah, otherwise they wouldn't ask.
I think
Just kind of like, oh no, I'm not gonna say that.
just kind of like what?
I'm not gonna say that because it might offend someone in the room.
Who? What? No.
About Smash Bros.
Hey!
You can. Hey, instead of Smash Bros, you can just make fun of Tekken.
Okay, I'll say Tekken instead of Smash Bros.
You just make fun of Tekken.
So if people question whether or not Tekken is a fighting game, it means it's not even a fighting game. Jake, what was the first game you ever played?
That I remember? Super Mario World.
Nice. Where and when did you play it?
Your room when I was like 4.
Nice. Aaron, what was the first game you ever played?
Boy, it would have had to been on the NES, and it would have had to been at a neighbor's house. And I don't remember which one was the first one I ever played, but I remember 3 of them that I used to cycle through a lot, and that was the first NES Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which sucked, but as a kid it was amazing. Jaws for the NES, and Jackal for the NES.
Wow, nice. You want to know mine?
What?
It's Tetris for the Game Boy.
Whoa.
I can believe that.
Okay, Jake, ready?
Sure.
What is your favorite all-time game?
That's really hard. I can't answer that question.
Why was it great?
I can't answer that question either.
Okay. Aaron, what is your favorite all-time game?
Well, if all time, it'd probably be Dragon Force.
Why was it great?
Because they still have not made another game that's even close to being like it. Like, its gameplay, it's just the most different game I've ever played, but it's also one of the funnest games I've ever played.
What type of games are good for playing alone?
RPGs or adventure games or platformers.
Which are good playing with other people?
Party games, racing games, fighting games.
Shoot 'em ups.
Shoot 'em up.
Beat 'em ups.
RTSs.
I disagree.
I don't think RTSs are fun playing with other people.
I don't think RTSs are fun.
I love RTSs.
How much money do you spend on video games? Is it more or less than you spend on other forms of entertainment?
Yes, more.
Aaron? Do you spend more money on video games than any other piece of entertainment?
Oh, definitely. Actually, I think you don't even have to be that hardcore of a gamer to spend more money on video games than other forms of entertainment. Because look at most movies now, you can either get through Hulu, Netflix, or YouTube, or pirate it. Music, I don't even know how people make money off of music anymore. It's so easy to get access to music for free. How do you even make money off that? Honestly, I think one of the reasons why they're putting so much emphasis on stuff like E3 is because we've got all these shareholders now interested in these companies, because I think that's where video games are like the biggest, most profitable source of income right now, as opposed to movies and...
Especially for Nintendo, because the entire initial Switch presentation was just for shareholders, and that's why it kind of seemed a little bit cringeworthy for everyone else to watch.
People play video games on computers, phones, consoles, and in arcades. On what kind of machine or device do you prefer to play a game?
PC.
Well, when I have had the opportunity to play it, I loved playing in the arcades.
It would be so cool if Nintendo remade the Mother trilogy and released it here. It'd be so cool. Even if they just re-released all of them in a package, I wouldn't even care if they weren't remade. I just want to play Mother 3.
I don't understand why they don't do that, because they've got to realize they're going to make money from it.
Everyone wants Mother 3! And there's been multiple times where Reggie's like, well, we don't have... If someone's asked him about Mother 3, and he's like, we don't have any plans. We might be working on something, but...
Reggie, the more I learn about Reggie, the less I like him.
I don't mind Reggie.
He doesn't...
He has a nice personality for Nintendo.
He might be nice, but he's not relatable.
He's a good businessman for Nintendo.
He's not a good spokesperson, which is what they have him as.
I don't think he's a bad spokesperson.
I do.
Why?
Because I've only seen him talk a couple times, and both times it's obvious that he doesn't mean anything he's saying.
Well, yeah, but he's just there to say the words.
Exactly! It'd be nice if he actually cared or actually played the games.
He acts like he cares, but...
And he's not a very good actor.
Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS. And if you want to live large like me, just pick up a copy of the game and customize your own house.
Reggie just looks like somebody does his hair and he bleaches his teeth. And somebody dresses him.
What is Aaron doing?
Next question. Have you ever played a video game in an arcade?
Yes, I have.
Are arcades popular in your country?
Yes.
Not really.
There's arcades in every restaurant.
Those are not arcades.
They have arcade machines.
They are not arcades.
If there's Pac-Man in the arcade room, then it's...
Aaron!
What?
Controversial issue.
What?
And I need you involved.
I better not get involved.
So the question was, are arcades popular in your country?
Okay.
What's your answer?
Compared to Japan, no. But according to JDCR, who's my favorite Korean Tekken player, they're actually really healthy in America, more healthy in America than they are in South Korea.
Is it an arcade if there's an arcade machine there?
Well, what else would you call it?
Like a Pizza Ranchers or a CC's, they got a couple arcade machines. Is that an arcade?
Arcade machine, what else would you call it?
The game room.
Yeah, but they're arcade games.
I would say the one at CC's would constitute as an arcade. I think as long as there's 2 or 3 machines, it's more than just a claw machine.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, man, I'm not even gonna argue. Next question. Do video games help develop skills?
Yes.
Aaron said yes too. What mental or physical skills do they help
What
play?
are they doing in here?
This is the
Randomized version.
randomized.
It's all randomized.
What mental or physical skills do they help players develop?
Hand-eye coordination, better reflexes.
Memory.
I was gonna say micromanagement.
Ah. Children enjoy video games. How old should a child be before he or she is allowed to play video games?
0, 1.
0, 1. Okay, Aaron?
Depends on the game.
Okay, how about...
Well, obviously it depends on the game, but...
5-year-old go play GTA 5.
Obviously it depends on the game, but I'm just saying...
So, like, obviously Freddy Fish could be played by a 2-year-old.
I think Mario could be played by a 2-year-old.
It seems that most video game players are male.
That is so false.
That's so false.
That is so false.
That's
Have they even
sexist.
been on Twitch before? The majority of those people on Twitch are female because that's how they get their views.
Only if their boobs are falling out of their shirt.
There's so many.
Otherwise people could
female
care
Twitch
less.
players.
Okay, why do boys like video games more than girls do?
That's not true.
It's not true.
not
But
true.
if I were to answer that question, it's because of the culture.
Have you ever played a game that requires physical movement, like with the Nintendo Wii?
Oh my goodness.
It's gotta be from
This
2006.
has gotta be from 2000.
Have you ever played a game that requires movement, like the Nintendo Wii?
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay.
What are the benefits of this kind of game?
Oh my goodness. Where did you find this interview
The
question?
internet, Aaron.
There are no benefits that you couldn't already get from normal gameplay.
Okay. Virtual reality systems are gaining popularity these days.
Oh, it must be 2012.
Are you excited about the potential of virtual reality?
Yes.
Are you worried?
Worried about what?
Cyberpunk.
Are you worried that you'll get sucked in?
I'm worried about where the rest of this questionnaire is going.
Some video games are very violent. Do you
Uh-huh.
think they influence their players to be violent in real life?
Obviously not.
Are video games addictive?
They can be.
As is everything, right?
Right, everything that's enjoyable can be addictive.
These days, some gamers make a living from playing video games. Do you think professional gamers are similar to the athletes in other sports?
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Why?
What? What?
Why?
Why or why?
Is there an upcoming game you are looking forward to playing?
It's Super Smash Brothers.
What is it? What do you expect from it?
I expect more technical gameplay.
Well, I enjoyed that. Odd.
I thought it was really funny, but it was,
was
so
funny.
stupid.
It was obviously written by a non-gamer, but it was
feminist or something.
probably a feminist.
Feminists.
I hate feminists. Oh, excuse my language. Next questionnaire. What springs to mind when you hear the term video games?
Nintendo.
Nice. Aaron, when you hear the word video games, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
My parents yelling at me.
Oh, Aaron's been scarred for life. Do you learn anything from playing video games?
Yes.
I do too. How about you, Aaron?
I learned a lot.
I learn a lot too. Do you prefer playing video games alone, against friends, or online against the world?
It depends on the game.
Which company makes the best games?
Nintendo.
Aaron?
Huh?
Which company makes the best games?
Which company makes the best games?
Yeah.
Well, in the past it used to be SNK, and now SNK has kind of gone down the toilet.
Would you like to be a game designer?
No.
What kind of games would you design?
They just automatically assumed you were going to say yes.
Yeah.
That's so...
If I were, I'd probably design platformers, just
Cool.
because, like 3D platformers, because that's my favorite
Oh,
kind.
3D platformers. Nice. Like
favorite.
Mario 64.
It's my favorite kind of game. It's a 3D platform.
Aaron,
What?
if you were a game designer, what kind of games would you design?
Turn-based strategy.
Nice. I love turn-based strategy games.
I don't.
Do you prefer watching movies or playing video games?
Playing video games. I don't like watching movies anymore unless it's a brand new movie or it's a movie I've already seen.
That's every movie.
No, it's not.
It's either a brand new movie.
He's not-
A movie in theaters that just came out.
He's not interested in watching an awesome movie that he's never seen from the 80s. Does your personality change when you're gaming?
I don't know.
Yes, but I have multiple personalities when I'm gaming.
Are video games good for relieving stress?
Yes.
PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo Wii? Which is the best and why?
Out of those three.
The worst Nintendo console.
Out of those
That's
three.
the worst Nintendo
The Wii?
console.
Virtual
The Wii's
Boy.
Virtual Boy.
Oh, no.
Out of those three, PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo Wii? Why isn't Nintendo Wii there? Why isn't it GameCube?
I don't know.
That generation would be
If it were
GameCube.
GameCube, I would say GameCube. If it's Wii, I say play PS3.
No, PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo Wii. Not PlayStation 3.
Just any place.
PlayStation.
Wait, what?
One.
The first place. Why would you compare those?
The first PlayStation, the first Xbox,
says-
and the Nintendo Wii.
It says PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Wii, which means it has to be talking about PlayStation 1, Xbox.
That's just a step up
Or
every
Nintendo.
time you list one.
It is. It's three different generations of consoles.
Okay, but the question is, which one's your favorite? Wait, which one's the best, actually?
Which one's the best?
That's the question. Is
Of
which?
those three, if we take it literally.
Yes, which one's the
The
best?
original Xbox is the best out of those three.
No, the original PlayStation is the best out of those three because it had Final Fantasy series when they were good.
Yeah, but you can mod an Xbox and play PS1 games on it.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. It's really easy.
You can play PlayStation 1 games on a modded Xbox?
Yes.
Since when?
Since, like, the mid-2000s.
So you could put Final Fantasy 7 in an Xbox
Yes.
and play it.
Yes.
That sounds like a bunch of malarkey.
I think you just don't know.
They've got black discs. They can't be read by just anything.
You can't put the disc in.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
No.
So you're talking about emulators then?
Yes.
Heck no. Why in the world would you want to emulate something that you could play it on the original console?
Because
PlayStation 1s are cheap. You can get... They're like the cheapest consoles on the market right now.
yeah, but I'm not talking about just PS1. You could put GameCube games on an Xbox and play it.
What will video games be like in the future?
How am I supposed to know that?
Supposed to just hypothesize.
I think it'll be
Indie.
dominated by virtual reality for a few years, and then retro will make another comeback.
Do you like it when Hollywood makes a movie from from the video
I
game?
don't. Never works out.
How can you help someone who is addicted to video games?
Why is this? Why? You don't help those people. You enable them.
I'll skip that one.
I like it. You enable.
All the political controversy around gaming addiction is so stupid.
Actually, almost everything political and controversial is really stupid.
You're not wrong. I think I'm done playing this game for now. Hey Aaron, you wanna play Melee?
Yes, just give me a second. Hold on just a second.